Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name is Michael.
My name is Cleve.
This is Stephanie.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship.
So,
Bing.
there we go.
We're the podcast that dares to ask, what's the square root of possible?
I've got a long song to tell you about it.
There's also a book, in case you're wondering.
Nothing I love more than musicals is reading.
It was, I saw it at Barnes & Noble the other day.
Did you get it?
It did not.
Why not?
It was
Is
too
it because
short.
Is it because you don't believe?
It was $20 and it was like 5 pages.
So you don't believe?
I'm gonna need you to try better, Netflix. Not gonna get me my money. Anyways, we're talking about the old Christmas movie, and by old I mean just came out this year. Jingle Jangle.
Yeah. Old as in November 13th, 2020.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Netflix exclusive for anybody that wants to see it.
Yes. I will let you kind of take the lead on this one. What did you think? What did you feel? I knew that you liked it, so I tried as hard as I could to be on the other side of the coin on it. And I'll tell you,
it was a lot about black people getting power and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, thank goodness for Black Panther, because never have they given black people this kind of money.
A Disney movie? I mean, a Christmas movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried real hard to like it. Mostly because you liked it, Michael, and I was like, and also finally some representation, diversity.
You didn't like it? I'm
like
indifferent. Because I don't like Christmas, I don't like musicals, and Bing Bang Boom, I got the 2-piece.
So I actually don't really care for Christmas movies usually.
Mm-hmm.
I do like musicals. So
this month should be exciting for every episode that's reviewing something Christmas.
Yeah, it's good. That's why I welcomed Santa Jaws.
I'm right here with you, buddy. Anyway, continue.
But I would tell you, so Katie really wanted to watch a Christmas movie, and I'm a sucker for Forrest Whitaker. Mm-hmm. Whatever he does, I'm like, I'm on board. And even Way of the Samurai, or Ghost Dog, which Cleve hated.
Ghost Dog.
But no, I saw a trailer for it because Netflix shoves their trailers down your throat whether you want it or not.
So much.
It looked interesting, and I said, we can watch this. Now, I will give, as far as negatives go, I will say it was very predictable.
Just a spoiler out the gate. How soon did you guys know that the woman reading the story was the little girl in the movie? Okay, cool. Because
Katie got so mad at me for saying it.
As soon as I saw her, I was like, "Oh, okay, so you're the little girl. I got you."
Yeah.
So I go, "Aw, she's the little girl," and Katie goes, "I was like, oh, yikes." Katie hates when I ruin movies like that.
But like,
I know, Steph.
Did you ruin it, or was that so obvious?
I thought it was obvious.
Derek doesn't ruin movies for me either. He usually figures out a lot of movies before I do. But if it's that obvious, he'll just say it because he knows I already know it. So he said it too. He's like, okay, so that's the little girl. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna be honest with you, by the time I got to the end, I was half paying attention. And so when I saw the little things in her hair, I thought it was gears. And I was like, is she just a big version of that little racist Mexican guy?
She's a robot.
Because JaCrispy, or whatever his name was, really stepped it up.
JaCrispy.
I forgot his name. That's the first name I came up with.
I mean,
Monicus?
Yeah.
People wouldn't call him his name, so he's Jerry. As far as I'm concerned.
Or Geronicus. So the movie is a pretty typical Christmas movie, though. It's like, someone was happy, something bad happened, they're no longer happy, and a child's going to re-spark that happiness in their life.
But here's the thing. I like cheesy Christmas movies. I watch them all the time, even when they're bad.
And you didn't like this one?
And I still pay attention to them. Like, this one, I don't know why it just couldn't hold my attention.
I'm sorry. Did you not see Michael Keegan dancing around as the G-Man? Because that was a beautiful musical piece.
I liked him.
I did like that part. The storyline in general, and just I kept fading in and out of.
I appreciated all. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so the first like introduction musical, I was like, okay, so Greatest Showman, Christmas musical theme, got it.
I appreciated the talent that they got.
Funny you say that. The guy who did the musical for The Greatest Showman did the music for this.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
I'm looking for his name. My apologies.
Because instantly I was like, this is like Greatest Showman Christmas.
John Debney?
Debney?
Yeah, he wrote most, if not all, the songs.
That makes sense. It had like, You're Not Gonna Get Us Down, Numbers, and then like sad ones.
I've never seen
and
Greatest Showman, so I don't know.
I haven't either, but I just saw that while I was looking up other information. Also, I think one of the best villains I've ever seen in a Christmas movie, which was
Ricky Martin?
No. Jerry himself. I think he was a terrible person.
He was not a great person.
I mean, he got like a redemption arc, but the hell, so did Kylo Ren, and he murdered millions. So I feel like I give him the same kind of pass. Sure, you were a good guy by the end, but
his wife died.
Right.
Of sickness.
So then you gave your daughter away. And who raised her?
Dude, what, right?
She was just gone.
She just left. Did any of you guys get a weird vibe like from the song that they had about each other, that it was like they weren't father and daughter? There was a song that they sang, and I'm like, this feels like a song you sing about your lover, not your dad. I don't know.
Was it towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
like, spaced out.
It was about like making it work.
Yeah.
But double meaning, because he's trying to get the robot to work, and then his relationship with his daughter. He just has to
believe.
Right. Which, yeah, like, it's good to be smart, but really you just have to believe, and it's fine. Like, you don't really
that makes you fucking fly.
And then he tells this like little black kid who just looks up to him. He's like, "Hey, you're not an inventor. Can you just get the fuck out of my face, please?"
That was heartbreaking.
What else did he do? That was terrible.
He kept dissuading the advances of a poor lonely postwoman.
Hold on a second. I have problems with her as well.
She was a real pushy. The Me Too world.
No means no, ma'am.
Let's let Forrest Whitaker do what she was doing. And you know what? Had she just pulled back a little bit, she would have been fine. But it was every advance possible. Hey, I can't find the kids. Why don't you get in here, Jerry? I'm like, I can't find my kids.
But no, I was impressed with the amount of talent that they got. I felt like they got some interesting people. I guess
everybody I feel was
Ricky
really
Martin's
talented.
Not talented, but
Ricky Martin's talented.
I
mean, he's not relevant, but he's talented.
It was Ricky Martin, right? It wasn't the other one.
Antonio Banderas. He's the one that does all the other things like this.
The other singer.
You take
Help me more.
my breath away.
Oh, Gabriel Iglesias. No, not Gabriel Iglesias. Something Iglesias.
What? Iglesias, something.
It is Iglesias. There's so many Rickies.
Ricky Iglesias? No.
We're all coming off a little racy here. Let's hold on a second.
Enrique Iglesias. That's what it was.
Well, that's what you say, right? Enrique Iglesias.
I said Gabriel Iglesias at first.
Oh,
that's the fluffy guy.
Enrique Iglesias. Yeah,
we just can't remember his name.
I felt Ricky Martin was a fantastic villain. I felt bad for Michael Keegan in the beginning, and then he immediately became a real douche.
Mm-hmm.
You mean because he was a buffoon that was talked out of betraying someone he looked up to in a matter of moments?
He was. Even look, even when he stole it, like I kind of was like, oh, I get it. Like you're a shitbag, but like you just you wanted to be looked up to like Geronicus, and then like I don't know. It was just like I've stolen all his toys, but he can have more. And like, oh yes, let's go steal more. Let's go steal more toys.
Yeah, and what's funny is Geronicus and the family kind of also too many J's, but he kind of looked up to him. You know what I mean? And then this toy, who I think we rushed over the fact that we created a sentient being.
There were a couple of like the toys that he created were a little out there, but we also
Was
sang a song
like-
about the square root of impossible, and then
He was like, "You stink. You're stupid. But help me." And he's like, "All right, yeah.
"Yeah, I'm on board."
I ain't got nothing going on."
Yeah, I think I just didn't like the characters that much because they're all good actors, but the characters didn't make a lot. Like even Geronicus,
Whatever.
he was trying to convince the bank to let him still invent, but still kept saying he wasn't an inventor and kept yelling at a little kid the entire time, and not actually inventing anything, but then saying it was just a pawn shop.
Well, it was just a pawn shop.
Well, I know, but it was a
He
whole
was
bunch
like,
of
"I'll
confusion.
lose everything, but you're not doing anything.
Right.
Sell it at
Like,
this point.
not
He
really-
was gonna
You ain't
lose.
got no job."
And we just went through a whole thing where he said he basically given up, but somehow he still wasn't giving up.
Look, he had given up on life. Okay, guys, he gave away his daughter to
But then why did he still
nobody.
have a store?
Hold on a second.
Well,
you
I mean,
didn't
he had to live.
you didn't like all the characters, but Madeline Mills, the journey was adorable.
She was.
Oh,
adorable.
yeah.
Isn't that the
She
first
was-
thing she's ever been in?
It said introducing, and typically that is whenever
Yeah.
it's a big or it's
Yeah,
the
I
first
couldn't
big
find
thing at
anything she was
least.
in.
Journey, she was the good classic. This is a Christmas morning or Christmas movie character who makes sense. Her storyline throughout the entire thing was consistent, and it was cute.
Don't talk ill of Geronicus's plotline, okay? He had things going on, and then when his daughter's or his granddaughter's life was on the line,
He was a villain.
He was able to calculate how to somehow ski through a whirling fan.
He had to talk himself into liking her.
He did.
He was like,
I liked it.
she starts to grow on you. I'm almost there. No,
liked-
yeah, I'm in there. I'm there.
I like that she wrote, because like they made it seem like he was writing a letter, and like I just assumed he wrote a letter and was like, I miss you, talking to his daughter, and his daughter's like, nope, you've lost your chance. Here's my granddaughter or my daughter though, you can figure out if you want to meet her. And then finding out that she's the one that wrote the letter because she just wanted to meet her grandpa. It was so adorable.
Who was like, you're allegedly related to me.
I enjoyed that scene. When he's like questioning her, like, I don't know.
I'm just saying, Forrest Whitaker is like a good actor, and he was great. He was good in this, but like, you're terrible.
He was a terrible person. In this
Also,
movie.
I was convinced he wasn't going to sing.
Okay, so I'm glad you said this. This was a Jungle Book situation for me. When we allowed Christopher Walken to just sing, and he shouldn't have. We allowed Forrest Whitaker to sing, and he shouldn't have. But you know what? It added a little bit of like a level of realism to it.
Yeah, there was. You could hear like there was a note when he was singing the song by himself that was like, like, ugh.
And I liked who we
There-
just kept pushing through it.
I mean,
I'm like, yep, that's what we're getting
Forrest
out of
Whitaker's
Forrest.
like, look, you got one take with me. All right, I'm Forrest Whitaker. Dub my voice if you want to.
Oh man, I don't know. I enjoyed the movie, guys. I'm sorry that you guys didn't. I feel bad.
I did not enjoy it, but like, I would suggest it to people who enjoy Christmas movies, who want to sit down with groups and watch it. I'll never watch it again. I don't
Fair.
need to.
I will never watch it again either.
Like,
I enjoyed it, and I'll never watch it again.
you'll watch it again.
I
James will
won't.
talk you into it.
Nah. I watched. Well, I watched Klaus today. I know we're not talking about
Klaus.
that shit. I don't know why that got to me. Maybe it's I'm just getting soft. I had a kid. She's a daughter. She weakens my emotions. Damn it! And now I'm getting soft because I was watching this Klaus movie, and I'm like, fucking stupid movie making me feel emotions and stuff.
What is Klaus?
It's an
animated
one.
film came out 2 years ago.
I haven't seen
Postman
that one yet.
You
Like-
guys are almost giving me good information.
Postman banished to another. It's basically the origin story of Santa Claus,
Okay. I
like
did not
how
see that.
Santa Claus came to be and all this stuff. And it ends up. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it. 'Cause you'll
We can
never watch
review it.
I mean, we're
We
gonna.
won't. But
But basically, like this man creates a life with his wife, and they keep planning to have children, and he's making toys for all of his kids he's gonna have, and they never have them, and then she dies, and it's fucking depressing, and I hated it.
cool.
But like he
cool.
wanted to deliver the toys to all the kids to see their happy faces because it was the first time he felt joy since
All
his
right.
wife passed.
And hence Santa Claus was created.
Yeah, no, it was like, and at the end of it, it was like, here's Santa Claus, and he, basically like this is Klaus, and he's so happy, and he's delivering toys, and it was like, and on the 12th year, he just disappeared, and then it shows a scene of him like walking into the distance, talking to his wife, and he's like, I'm coming, and it was real, whatever, stupid emotions.
All right, cool. So anything else about Jingle Jangle?
I did like most of the music numbers.
I found out most of the music was done by Philip Lawrence, who I don't know, but the other name, the obvious big name, was John Legend, was also part of it. It was directed and written by David E. Talbert, who had done some other Christmas stuff, and First Sunday.
Okay.
Such a weird thing. I don't know if you remember First Sunday.
I do not.
Ice Cube, Tracy Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
They rob a church.
Yep.
How you?
It's a good connection.
Which also, I think Christmas themed.
I think it is.
That's my movie of choice. Yeah, I appreciate something. I don't know if it crossed your guys' mind. I appreciate it never being hip hop music.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
it's really easy to go that route. Mr. Jangle came out with with a little bit of like R&B beats in the beginning.
Hmm.
That was it. Nobody broke into rap, nothing like that. Everybody stayed pretty faithful to Christmassy type stuff.
Yeah, after the first part of it, I was like, is someone going to break into a rap? Can we just make this a cheesy Christmas music movie? Just all the same as all the others? And then it ended up being, that's what it was.
But what
Yeah.
if the sentient toy was actually voiced by Common,
I would have been okay with that.
and then he gave us a rap about being a bad toy?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have been okay with that.
Okay. Well, okay. Since you guys both didn't care for it much, what was your favorite scene?
I mean, I cared for it as much as I can
That's fair.
for the movie type of movie that it is. Also, did anybody get like if the general from Small Soldiers was Hispanic vibe out of Ricky Martin's character? That's the first thing I
love
thought.
that movie so much.
I thought, oh, okay, so like this is, and also, again, we just glossed over like the pure magic that we used to create a living thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A second living thing too, by the way.
He created a Terminator, and we're just like, oh, okay, yeah, no big deal.
I wanted to see the other toys that were in his book, because if the sentient being that was Ricky Martin was in there, what else did they create?
Or like if Gustafson
Gustafson.
had been any kind of slightly smarter, I would have said, oh, I'm out of ideas. I'm going to make you now. And we'll just I'll just sell you for a year and we'll deal with that.
Ricky Martin thought of that and made him burn the plans.
Ah,
Mhm.
yeah. That must have been when I zoned
That's
out.
okay, man. That's okay.
It was a 3-second like part of the thing where he said, you maybe burn your plans or something.
Hmm. Was it during the "It's not stealing if you borrow indefinitely"
Just
song?
indefinitely borrowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was around that
How'd
time.
you feel about when the man got a whirly gig in the face?
That was okay.
I enjoyed that particular scene for whatever reason. The song that he sang there, I really liked.
You know what scene I was a fan of? The snowball fight. That was fun.
Yeah, the snowball fight was cute.
You like that?
I didn't like it the least. That
was the most Christmassy part of that cheesy
we
Christmas
balanced
movie.
we balanced a weird, we teetered on a weird world of like reality and then like fucking out there bullshit drawing in the sky.
Hold on, because we created a sentient being in the first 5 minutes.
That's fair, I guess.
See, but I wish it had more of that because that would have made it the more cheesy Christmas movie that Christmas movies are.
So you wanted Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
I'm okay with like a new type of story too. You know what I mean? Like not the traditional formula, not have to do with Santa or Frosty or anything like that. So I like those parts of it.
He
But
basically makes
Scrooge-ish
magic with math.
I think my favorite part was when the snowball fight started and the little girl Journey got hit in the head and Forrest Whitaker's making fun of her and she's like, all right, like I got you. I'm about to, I see how it is. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm about to get that ass.
What I found interesting about that scene is that nobody liked Geronicus. Nobody. But he looked at those three boys like, hey, come help me. And I was like, all right, yeah. Let's beat up girls.
I thought they didn't dislike him.
It seemed like they all did not care for him.
I think they moved beyond. They've moved past him. But I thought he was like still.
Yeah, he wasn't like full Scrooge. He just wasn't happy.
Yeah, and Miss Johnson wanted it, so he couldn't have been hated.
If the three girls got called over by Journey, like it makes sense that they join. But when 70-year-old Geronicus is like, "Hey, come here real quick."
Well, he called the boys, and so the girls ran with the girl. It all checks
also,
out.
did we have to split it up into genders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had to do little cool dances when we got them.
Man.
I
did enjoy when Mrs. Johnson came in with her singing and backup dancers, and he was like, "Backup dancers."
That was funny. I think I would have been happy had he not sung. Like when he didn't sing in the beginning with her, like, because even when he was talking and she was singing, he never, hit a note or anything. I could have done without him singing the whole thing. Like I don't think
it was supposed to show I think it was supposed to show his like transition into being a decent human being.
Gotcha.
Like everybody else was singing and shit, and now he's defying gravity or something.
I think to me, I think it's odd that Edison was a fan of his when
he was so young.
Yes. Like he wouldn't have been known for this to you.
Maybe he would have heard stories.
Maybe. But he would have been not alive by the time the book was stolen.
Well, what we learned was this whole entire thing could have been avoided had he just had Gustafson just been patient.
For like literally 20 more seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have waited 5 minutes.
Also, I thought that maybe something Christmassy was going to happen there. No, he went to jail. I mean, which is fair.
He got his present.
You know what I would have done? If I'm old Jerry, if I'm Grandpa Jay, I'd have been like, here's your gift. Look what I got you. See, I always had your back. And I slapped that shit out of his hand and been taken to jail.
Can you tell me why we didn't get like a tour of the factory or anything? Like we ended it on them flying to fucking Neverland?
Well, and then
after they didn't notice the entire building outside their window for their entire lives?
And then fly, and it's got a huge J on it. So you don't know who is he alive?
Right.
Because they were like, we're going to go visit.
Or is it Journeys now? Is that why there's a J? And then do you not know that your grandma owns a whole fucking toy factory?
Right.
But their name has also have to start with a J because that's just the thing in this movie.
Also, since we're just skipping to the end of it.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I told you take the reins on this because I always do that. But are those Edison's grandkids too, or what's up?
So I told Katie, I texted her at the beginning because like she hates that I ruined things, and after I had ruined the whole her being Journey, I texted you the end, and she goes okay, and then she read it at the end and it was wrong, and it was that Edison would end up coming out while they were all reading, and she'd call him her apprentice because the joke was there about how he was going to be her apprentice. Yeah, no,
right.
I have to imagine her and Edison are together.
That would have been cute. Why didn't they add that?
Right. They hinted at it when he popped in and said, "I really, really like you."
Right. And I thought he's gonna be like, "Oh, Grandpa E" or something
Yeah.
along those lines. Yeah, we didn't get that either. Also, I think buying one egg is the saddest, loneliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was gonna split it with her too.
He was trying not to be Gaston, okay? Have you seen the math on what Gaston did to that small French village? He bankrupted them of their eggs.
I guess.
He was just trying to take what he needed. I love that he was like, I'll split it with you. She's
Yeah.
like, no, I need more.
What's funny is when Edison and Journey first meet, I had already forgotten that Edison was an established character. Like immediately.
Well,
It was
they
like,
spent
that's
all
right,
10
this
seconds.
kid here.
All right.
And then of course, I don't know how we got this far without mentioning the C3PO J5 Chappie Wally thing we made.
At one point in time, I thought it was Wally.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is that Wally? Well, it's faces.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I guess we had to find a way to make toys if this works out, huh? We're gonna make toys of the black characters? No way. I'm sticking with old Chappio.
Buddy 3000. This is his name.
Sure. Felt real Andre 3000 ish. I like when the man with the one white character who was the banker,
Mr. Delacroix.
when he was like, "If you do this, I'll lose everything." He's like, "Looks like you already have. Merry Christmas." I was like, "Damn, y'all are friends." Why my man have to cut so deep?
The one last thing I didn't, because I felt like there was like a lot of things that they set up and then never like collected on, was the fucking necklace. Okay, I expected him to need that necklace, and that's why Buddy 3000 wasn't working, and that she was gonna show up and be like, "Oh, well, what about this?" and then plug it in or some shit.
Yeah, Derek saw like her pick up the necklace and was like, "Oh, why would you leave a crucial point of the plot of this movie sitting on the desk?" And then nothing ever happened, and I was like, "What happened to that necklace? Did I miss something?"
Yeah, it felt like there was several plot points that could have been like big things, like Edison and the necklace and shit like that never happened.
It feels like pieces of the movie got cut out somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
Yo, how about when they put old ass Forrest Whitaker on them wires? You can't be putting old ass Forrest Whitaker on them wires. He ain't trying to do that shit. Also, they were like, "Hey, can you just do your hair like you did in Rogue One?" And we'll just
he looked a lot like him.
It's gotta be
like that Saw Gerrera.
Yes.
Fuck. Damn.
I mean, the only other note that I have that we didn't go over is when Gustafson and Journey meet, and she tried to walk off, and he grabbed her, and I'm like, this is how I know that I appreciate that race isn't an issue in this movie. Like, it doesn't make or break who the characters are. But this is how I know, because, well, no matter the race, with the gender, you can't just be snatching kids in dark hallways.
It felt real Willy Wonka-esque. Like when the guy goes like, hey, give me the gobstopper, and like grabs him, he's like, give me the gobstopper.
I also think the whole movie to me had a bit of a steampunk feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't mind that. I like the aesthetic. Stephanie, you have any final thoughts?
It was okay. It wasn't like the classic cheesy Christmas movie, but it was like trying to be a cheesy Christmas movie in a musical. And I think I like more of the musical aspect of that movie than the rest of it. I think if they would have fixed some of their plot points and maybe added some of the stuff that they probably cut out, it would have been better. But I enjoyed that there were a lot of good Black actors and actresses, and that it didn't make it a point to point it out either. Or make the whole thing a rap musical.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for not making it. Nobody was like, yo, yeah, like, I appreciate that.
Because that's almost every musical, I think, or any movie with like a Black actor and they're singing.
Yep.
They always have to do rap.
Do you have any final thoughts?
I have little small things. Apparently, when Forrest Whitaker opened the trunk with the missing piece for Buddy 3000, there was a little sticker on the trunk that said the Grand Wakanda Country.
Interesting.
Oh,
Right. And Forrest Whitaker was in that. Um, all the names of the shops in the city were named after historical African American inventors.
that's really cool.
Buddy 3000 on the eyebrow reads Elias 260. Elias is the name of the son of the director.
I saw
Yeah.
that and never understood what I assumed it was just the Lynn's name, I guess.
Yeah, the other one's not that interesting.
Why did we name Edison Edison? We could have named him any other African inventor.
It went more with the time. That name fits with that time.
Also, the steampunk aesthetic always goes along with Edison for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, who put together Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Story, a Journey, and her name was Journey. I had forgotten about that until it came up at the end. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, I mean 122 minutes. A good, I don't mind watching it once. It was good. Or what it was. Is it going to be when someone asks me my top 10 movies? No. But I would recommend people watching it. I think people would have a good time with it. The soundtrack apparently, I mean, I think Usher's on the soundtrack for the This Day song, that opening song.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that's going to be selling pretty well too. No, I give it out of a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I give it a thumbs up.
I thought it was good. That's why I made them watch it.
I would still say people should still watch it.
Did you watch it again for this?
I did not.
So you stand by that once it's
The
over?
one through? Yeah, the one through? Absolutely.
That's fair. I respect it.
Let us know what you guys thought about it. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on Netflix, and everybody has Netflix. And if you don't, you're stealing it from somebody.
Yeah, if you don't have it, somebody has it.
But let us know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Or you can always reach out to us through our social medias. What are those, Cleve?
We have a Facebook, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter. They're all Friendship Supreme, except Twitter has no eyes, no word friendship. All eyes typically make it to the YouTube channel. You go to youtube.com and you search Friendship Supreme. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe. That way, and hit the bell so you're notified for more information. We also have Twitch, twitch.tv/Friendship Supreme, where you can watch Michael and I play different two-player games together every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We also have our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Friendship Supreme, where you can donate. Anything you donate goes back into the podcast so that we can bring you great content.
That sums it up. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.
This is Stephanie.
I know about losing things, but the magic isn't just in what you've lost, it's in what you still have.